You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Hey everybody, this is Chad Jordan, the Director of Marketing for Sport Clips Haircuts, and this is another edition of our Hall of Fame podcast. Thank you so much for joining us. We have a series of these podcasts called Survive in Advance, in which we interview people, especially around sport clips, working for sport clips in one way, shape, or form, that have overcome some setback or tragedy or addiction or whatever it is in their lives to become a success here at Sport Clips and a success in their life. And I'm here in Minnesota in blizzardy conditions, and we couldn't think of someone better to have on than our guest today, and we'll explain a little bit more in a while. But why don't I have her introduce herself for us?
Hi, my name's Judy Green from Minnesota, Store 120.
And you are you're managing that?
I'm the manager.
Okay, you're managing that location. And Judy, the reason we wanted her on the Survive in Advance episode is because we have something at Sport Clips called the Wayne McGlone Memorial Fund, in which we raise and then distribute funds to team members that are having some sort of financial setback or financial issue, and we're able to distribute these funds with the Wayne McGlone Memorial Fund. And Judy has been a recipient of that, so I want her to kind of put, this is great because she can put a voice for those that are listening on the podcast, and then a face for those watching on the YouTube channel. She can put a voice and a face to the Wayne McGlone Fund and really kind of tell us the impact it's had on her life and on her family. So let's take a quick trip down. You've been with Sport Clips how long?
About 5 years now.
Okay, 5 years, and you came as a stylist, or
right.
You're a stylist, a team member, and then how long have you been managing that location?
It's about three and a half years.
Okay, and that's the one of the Kjellbergs?
The Kjellbergs.
Store. So Bob and Marlo Kjellberg are the team leaders there, and you're managing their location. And first 3-4 years, things are, your life is, everything's rolling along, things are good. And then was it 2018 is kind of when or end of 2017, I think you were saying?
Well, 2018
okay.
Started. So in January of 2018, our house started on fire. It was about 7:30 in the morning. And the only one I could think of to give a call, I happened to have my phone when I was running out
so you're home at the time?
Right.
Okay. Getting ready for work or
I was
getting
getting
kids?
ready for work, and it was kind of weird because their smoke started coming up from the vent, and you're just kind of dumbfounded.
Mm-hmm.
So I started walking to the kitchen, and when I opened up the kitchen door, it just got blasted with smoke. You couldn't even see, but I kind of felt my way through to open up the back door so the dogs could go.
Is anybody else at home?
Yes,
right now?
my 2 kids are downstairs where the fire is.
Oh my.
So I got the back door open, and I hear my one son say, "Mom." And by then I already heard the pop and knew the house was done because the electricity went out. And then the smoke was coming, so you knew.
How old are your kids? Are these
They're
the ones that were at home?
Yeah, they were 20 and 25.
Okay.
So I said, just get out. It's done. So Chris got out, and then Colton went out through the window too. But me and Chris are standing outside, and I look at him, and his hair is white. Well, he's got dark hair like mine, and I thought, when did you do that? The house is on fire, so you're not thinking
right.
too well.
Died. You're thinking he died or bleached his hair or something.
Yeah, and I thought it was like weird. And so then me and Chris are outside, and my other son, it's funny now, it wasn't funny then, but I see him putting a TV, his game system, and games outside. I'm like, and then he's got his head out the window. I'm like, Colton, what are you doing? It's really smoky on here. I'm like, yeah, the house is on fire. So,
yeah, but he's he's a gamer. So
he's a gamer.
Okay,
you got to save the games.
Wow.
Not a stitch of clothes went out with him, but get the TV.
Priorities, Mom. Come
priorities.
On. Yeah.
So we all get out, and me and Colton are in the squad car, and the cop comes up and he's like, yeah, somebody has to get the Great Danes are mommy's boys.
So you've got how many dogs?
5.
5. Are they all Great Danes?
Well, one passed away, so by the time this airs, okay, there's the Great Danes that went to Marlo and Bob's were Scooby-Doo and Shaggy.
Okay.
And then we also had, those are the Great Danes. Bruno and Shiloh are the German Shepherds.
Okay.
Sheba's the Siberian Husky.
You don't like Pomeranians or little, toy poodles or anything? I mean, you're
no,
going
I
big
want
or
something
going
you
home.
don't step on and kick across.
So you've got dogs that you're getting out of the house. You got sons that are having to get out.
And the monkey.
I'm sorry now?
And the monkey. You got to hear the story.
So you have a monkey.
Well, hold on. So,
okay.
So the cop comes out to the squad car and he's like, well, we got the 3 dogs out. I go, there's 5 dogs and a monkey. He's like, oh. So then they went back and it was the Great Danes that kept running back in. And then, so the cops, well, because he told me that they'd taken Chris to the hospital. And
is he the one that had his you thought the hair was bleached or something?
He actually had 3rd-degree burns on his face, hands, and legs.
And you were just so out of it, you didn't see that part of it. You're just kind of in shock.
And then,
this is all.
So then they wanted Colton to go call Scooby-Doo and Shaggy. And I'm like, well, they're only going to come to me. And they're like, well, they figured I was going to get too emotional. So they come back after taking Colton for about 5 minutes, and they're like, okay, just stay away from the house. So I go back there. Scooby-Doo, Shaggy, they were there like in 3 seconds, and then we walked off. And then they had...
You're leaving out the monkey part.
I know, that I'm here there.
Okay.
So then they got Sierra out, but they had to revive her.
What's the name of the monkey?
Sierra.
Okay.
So they did revive her, so...
They went in and found her.
Yeah, because Colton's like, he's like, Sierra's dead. Because you couldn't see downstairs, and she was downstairs, but he opened up her bedroom door, but, he just figured she was dead. But they got her.
They got her. I mean, are they literally doing mouth to mouth to a monkey?
I don't know how they did it, but they said they had to revive her.
I need to see the video of that.
Because then we're like, then I'm like, well, where is she? Well, we have her in a little kennel outside. Okay, this is January in Minnesota. Yeah. It was below 0. I'm like, we can't leave her outside. So then we had her in a heated car. So
the cause of the fire, was that ever determined?
Oh, yes.
Was it monkey related? Was there some monkey business?
No, the one who got the 3rd-degree burns, this is a mommy lesson, listen to your mother. He had a kerosene heater, which I told him, do not have that on in the house. And we didn't smell it that morning. And I didn't know till a couple days later when the insurance company called and they're like, yeah, we're going to send a fire investigator in. And they're like, oh, they have the kerosene heater. It's like, oh, Chris. Normally you would have beat your child for that, but I figure he already did
got
himself
the punishment,
in. He punished himself. Yeah. So then we got all the dogs out. Everybody's pretty safe. And then I'm like, I got to call. Oh, I was calling Marlo because I was supposed to be at the store to open it. And
so
I'm
Marlo's a team leader.
Marlo
and her husband Bob are team leader.
Marlo and Bob Chelberg.
Yeah.
So they're the team leaders. And so I call Marlo. I'm like, Marlo, my house is on fire. So she came over because, of course, now we're outside. We have no car keys, no clothes, no nothing. Yeah. So Marlo brought she was there, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. And she brought over a sweatshirt and, because whatever we had just stunk.
Yeah.
And so Marlo took me to the hospital to see Chris. Well, I kind of peeked in his room, and I'm like, oh, you got to come in there, Marlo. She's like, no, you go ahead. Well, I made Marlo go in with me.
Yeah, hard for mom to see.
Yeah. Oh, I have to show you the pictures. And then I don't know how it all came up, but Marlo she's like, well, bring all the animals and you guys stay at our house and So we
You
did.
mean not too many La Quinta hotels or whatever will
No,
take horses or
yeah.
dogs the size of horses?
I don't know how they took the ponies in, but they seemed excited about it. So, yeah, they were great.
So your team leaders actually housed your dogs for you during this, and
me and my two boys.
Your whole family.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay,
family.
okay, all right. So they brought everybody in,
and the daughter gave up her bedroom, and
you end up finding. Oh wait, 2000. This is 2018.
Yeah,
so this is when
everything is 2018.
In January.
That was January.
And the Super Bowl was in February of 2018.
Right.
And I know in Minnesota there's no house, there's no apartments, or there's no hotels, and there's like a shortage. So is that part of the challenge here? Is that you couldn't really get a quick place to stay either?
No, it was like there was just so much going on that you're not thinking of. And I think Marlo and Bob, they just wanted to take that away and say, you come here and then we'll figure it out. So.
Yeah. And you eventually get a place.
Yeah, we were in a temporary housing, which turned out to be full of mold, black mold. So we were in that for, 5 months until we found out. And then I'm like, oh, let's just move home. So we moved home. We didn't have any electricity or water.
It's the same place that caught fire?
No. Oh, yeah, because they had most of it built.
Okay.
We just didn't have any, the
essentials.
Essentials. Who needs a kitchen sink or toilet?
Right.
They did have a toilet. It was out in the front yard. It was the outhouse.
What?
They had an outhouse in the front yard.
Okay.
It's either do you want to go camping or live with black mold?
Yeah, right, yeah.
So, yeah, we lived there before they got that all straightened.
And but fortunately, 2018 got better from there.
Well, no, not really.
All right,
So they finished the house. About a month later, Bruno, one of our German shepherds, passed away. So then we got another Great Dane. That's Daphne. And then thought life was good, right? No, in October, then they diagnosed me with cancer. It's like, well, and I have to say, in 2016, you probably don't know this. In the fall of 2016, my brother died of cancer. In the fall of 2017, my mother died of cancer.
Oh my.
So the fall of 2018, I was a little nervous.
Right. When's this shoe gonna drop?
It's like, shoot. So then,
And what do? They start you on chemo right away?
Well, I went in and I was supposed to have surgery. Well, I was at work when they called me and said that I wouldn't make it through the surgery.
Was it stage 4? I mean, what?
Well, they just said my body, because I used to be really skinny. Yeah, that's a funny story.
You used to be?
Well, wait, no, I'm bigger now. Ask her. So I'm going through radiation, and then like 6 weeks in on the radiation, my doctor, he's like, you're about one of the only ones who've gained weight during this. I had gained 10 pounds in 6 weeks.
Wow.
So
yeah. Definitely rare.
And then my next appointment or close to the last one, he's like, yeah, he goes, your tumor is shrinking abnormally fast. Well, and I figured, because 2018's almost over.
Yeah,
so.
right.
So
all the badness is leaving as the calendar is dwindling down.
Right.
Well, so you had a house burned down. You had black mold on the house. I mean, I'm sure people are listening and are like, wow, actually they should be taking stock of their life and going, hey, things aren't that bad.
Yeah.
Just because I had been a bad day, at least I didn't have Judy Green's 2018. But so you had, and then you got the C word, you got cancer, and you had to face that. I started off this podcast talking about the Wayne McGlone Fund and what that does. So can you describe the process for you with the Wayne McGlone Fund, how it stepped in, how it helped, and the timing of it? Can you describe that for me?
Yeah, so, last year, 2018, was a pretty financial burdening year as it
Oh.
was. And so when they said I had cancer, it's like not something else.
Gut punch, yeah.
So that helped, on making sure they're.
Had you known about it at the Wayne McGlone Fund or what it was?
Yeah, I did.
Uh-huh.
But I'm one of those people. I work and I pay my own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily. You're not looking for a handout or charity.
I don't look for charity.
But let's reiterate that that's what this memorial fund is for. It's to help team members in difficult circumstances to be able to again survive and advance. That being the
because no matter the health insurance, you still have your deductibles. You still have to pay $471 a month for insurance. And then your medication, that's all coming, even though you're not getting a
imagine you're missing some work. Right. Yeah, exactly.
And so it made a relief on my mind having to worry about stuff.
So, just a couple more questions, and then we got some lighthearted, fun stuff to end with, so it doesn't feel so heavy. But what finally changed your mind to the point where, because I imagine there's other people that are listening that are wired the same way as you. I'll get by, I'll make it, it's okay. So what finally? How did you relent and say, you know what, I'm willing to receive help? This could really make a difference in my life. What changed?
Well, I think Marlo, she had talked about it more with me. And I think it helped make me stay away from work because I'm a workaholic anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I love to go to work. And I think it helped that I didn't have to worry about anything.
Mm-hmm. And I wonder if that lack of anxiety and kind of the relief of that helped the abnormally quick shrinking that the doctor was seeing in the cancer.
Yeah, because he said, it's shrinking abnormally fast.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe God was saying, you know what, 2018 is almost done.
Just keep going, yeah. Hang in there. And that's the irony is the whole survive and advance terminology that we use in these podcasts really is a nod to March Madness and NCAA basketball tournament, where it doesn't matter how you win, you just got to get to the next game. And that really kind of describes your 2019, you're going to be cutting the nets down.
Mm-hmm.
You're a champion. You're advancing because you survived 2018. So I'm proud of you. And anyone that's listening that is struggling and kind of not necessarily the same way, it doesn't have to be the exact same situation where your house burned down, your Great Danes were keep staying in, your monkey had to get resuscitated, you got black mold,
dog dies, get cancer.
Yeah, right. I don't think anybody can replicate the 2018.
Well, I keep saying God only gives you what you can handle.
That's true. Yeah.
And I say, I hope he puts me on vacation in 2019.
Yeah, you've certainly earned it. So here's what I want to do. Let's lighten this up for you and for our listeners. I want you to answer these 10 questions for me. They're supposed to be just kind of questions where you can exhale a little bit. And if you're out there and you need access to the Wayne McGlone Memorial Fund, we'll put instructions with this podcast on how to do it. But these are just for fun for you, Judy. So number 1, which superpower would you most like to have?
Superpower. I guess just the strength of going on. Like always staying happy.
Incredible Hulk.
Incredible
strength.
Hulk.
I thought you were going to say some like fire power, fire walker.
No, we'll leave the fire out.
Yeah, no more fire for you. Number 2, what is your personal motto?
My personal motto?
Mm-hmm. Words you live by.
I'd say to be happy.
Mm-hmm. What's that song? Don't worry, be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I'm
always the happy one. I'm sometimes too happy. I know most of them think I'm obnoxiously happy.
Your team members, they like pipe down. Come on.
Yeah. I probably have 3-4 birthdays a week.
That you're celebrating?
Heck yeah, I walk in. Happy birthday to me.
Okay. Oh, you're here.
I know.
Yeah. Number 3, other than where you live now, where in the world would you most like to live?
Put me in Hawaii.
You want to go to Hawaii?
Beach.
Okay, there's some stores in Hawaii. So when you're there, you can go on vacation, but you can fill in as well for some team members. Number 4, who's a celebrity you'd most like to meet one day?
Well, I did. I met you.
Oh my goodness, we're going to edit that part out so you can put a real celebrity.
Oh. I don't know who's good looking. Oh, does it have to be a celebrity?
No, anybody you want to meet. We'll put it out in the universe and see what happens.
Oh. Brad
Pitt.
Pitt.
Brad Pitt. He counts as he kind of counts as a
one.
celebrity.
Well, I was thinking of the Brady.
Oh, Tom Brady?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tom
Yet
Brady.
another celebrity.
I
Yeah.
know. He is.
Yeah, you're good.
He's hot.
Okay. Well, we're not now. Listen, we're not
So
going to
is
go down the
Rick
list of
Ellison.
all the hot guys you want to meet. Okay, we don't have time for that. Number 5. Which words or phrases do you most overuse?
It's my birthday.
It's my birthday. Okay. Yes. And now I know why you say that.
And it's karaoke.
It's karaoke.
Yeah, we do karaoke. I have to get
Is
these
that
guys.
karaoke?
Yeah.
Okay, and
we
you
do
call it karaoke?
Karaoke.
Boy, Minnesotans. Okay. Number 6. Which sound or noise do you love?
What sound or noise?
Mhm.
It's not fire
No,
trucks.
it's not the sound of a roaring fire.
No.
No. Okay.
Let's see. Sleeping dogs.
Okay. Sleeping big dogs.
Sleeping big
Yes.
dogs. Ponies. They all sleep
Is that
in
what
bed
you're
with me.
Number what? What do you have? Like a
The
double king size?
I think it's gonna have to get bigger. Did I tell you Fred's coming next month?
Is it a puppy?
Yeah.
Puppy Great Dane
It's
or
gonna be a
German?
puppy Great Dane.
What sound or noise do you hate?
Sirens.
Okay. Yeah, I bet.
Not
Either
coming
ambulance
towards my
or a fire.
house or
Yeah.
anything like
Uh-huh.
that. Oh, and that stupid fire alarm they put in our house. It tells you there's a fire.
Mm-hmm. No, that's probably. Yeah.
They put 2 of them in my kid's room.
Yeah, they should. Who is it? Colton? Who was the one?
No, it was Chris.
Okay.
Colton's in the army though.
Okay. You're in trouble, Chris. What profession other than your own would you have been good at or at least have wanted to try?
A nurse.
Nurse, like that. What do you consider your greatest achievement?
Oh, my children.
Great. It's either that or your zoo.
Well,
Right? Your
that,
zookeeper.
but my kids would be upset because they think I
Right.
like the animals better than them.
Yeah. If heaven, this last one. If heaven indeed exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates many years from now?
There's no fires here.
Yes. Excellent. Well, thank you for your bravery and your courage and for surviving and for filling us in a little bit on the difference a Wayne McGlone Memorial Fund can make in a team member's life, in a manager's life. You're a walking testimony to it and why we try to raise as much for it as we can. So thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Okay, there you go. Look at that. Within the 30-minute window, you did it.
We were good.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you.
See you.
Great job. Let me just save it.
Should've got me Pepsi.
Save it. This is going to be...